My name is Nancy Jacobi, and I am the founder of the Japanese Paper Place here in Parkdale in Toronto. At the Japanese Paper Place, we provide papers to artists, to conservators, to people who love beautiful papers to make cards and collages. And we do that in Toronto and around the world. We ship the paper to many countries for those purposes. We were really thrilled to be asked to be part of Planet IndigenUS this year again. We decided to have an exhibition that would focus on the artistic use of First Nations people in using Japanese paper in their art, celebrating washi and two cultures. And it will happen as a result of an exercise that we had here, where we invited some First Nations artists through somebody at Harbourfront, through Jason, to come and learn about Japanese paper, because it's very different from Western paper. And so these artists came and we went through with them how you can use that paper. I think that Planet IndigenUS is a very important festival in Toronto because it gives voice to populations that really deserve a louder voice. And it profiles them, and it makes, especially in Toronto, it makes everybody aware of our history and of the richness that has been brought to Toronto and to Canada by the First Nations people. So I think it's a wonderful thing to be part of that. Well, one of the things that I've always thought about Japanese paper, one of the attractions for me, is that I think it has qualities that are very different from Western paper and that can help give voice to artists who have something they want to express. So what I'm hoping is that through the use of Japanese paper, those voices can be expressed in new ways, in ways that are exciting for the viewer as well as for the artist. So using layers, certainly the translucent thin papers could be layered in ways that would allow for expression that is, it really affects the viewer. And so we're hoping that the final works will show, because of the Japanese paper, will show aspects of this culture that haven't been easy to express before. Well, I've always been interested in creativity. That sort of runs my life, in the potential of creativity. And so I taught English in Japan more than 30 years ago, and I discovered the paper there. But I always thought that it would help to promote creativity, because it's so varied and it's so rich. And I think we've tried very hard to do that in our business. We do have exhibitions, and we host a lot of things and support different ventures. And so I'm hoping that we have had a little bit to do with some of the creativity that you see around Toronto, especially these days. My name is Nancy Jacobi, and I'll see you at Planet IndigenUS.